We're rolling.
We're like in mission control here. Whenever I see these things, like when I'm at a concert or whatever, I look at these mixers and I'm like, all these knobs and buttons are not necessary. It's like a cockpit of a fucking space shuttle. Surely they don't all have an important function. It's not fucking possible that all these little knobs have a fucking important function.
They do, especially with music. With
just
us,
think
it's a little
unnecessary.
more simple. They gotta make that shit sound good live.
Yeah, but this, like all this, we're in a different studio this week. It has this mixer that has too many knobs that are needed, I think. I think this is ridiculous. Like I said, it's like fucking a cockpit of a fucking airplane or spaceship. It's unnecessary. Have you seen a picture of a cockpit of a space shuttle?
I have.
Do you think all those knobs and switches are all very, like, necessary? I don't know. I think it's all for show and all for looks.
Flying and listening to music seems simple when you're sitting in the passenger seat, but...
Right, I get it. But, like, really? All of those knobs? We need a couple for sure, but surely we don't need all those in-betweeners.
I don't know. Kirsten?
Jeremy?
Welcome.
Right back at ya.
To our show. What's that show called? Give it to me.
It's the podcast Cheap Talk.
That's right. Welcome everyone to another episode of Cheap Talk.
Our 11th episode.
That's right. How does that feel?
We had our 10th anniversary last week.
We did.
10th episode anniversary. That was quite a special landmark that we reached
That's right.
together.
Then we got the chopsticks and...
What's the chopsticks?
11.
Oh, right. I got it. Right.
You can't explain the joke.
1-1. Joke ruined.
1-1. Hey, you want to hear something cool?
Yeah.
We're in the top 10 on the comedy and the news and noteworthy on iTunes. How cool is that? That is just rad.
Ridiculous.
We're like number 8. That's crazy.
So thanks to everyone that's made a review so far, because really that's what helped get us there. Apparently, Jer told me, I don't know how we got there, but he said we got there because of reviews.
That's right.
And comments.
That's right. Reviews, comments, and ratings on iTunes. So if you haven't yet, do us a favor right now. Well, you can do it while you're listening to the show. Just pop on iTunes and give us a rating or review. It'd be much appreciated. It sends us up that line and gives us more exposure to people we don't know. We love you. Do it.
Do it. That's a weird shaped microphone, no?
That's actually a dildo.
Kind of looks something, yeah.
Have a seat. It's got like a weird like 80s button and that orange, that was just kind of on everything before. Orange
very
countertops,
Atari
orange
right there.
Yeah, all the orange appliances and stuff like that.
Should we press it? I guess it only works if we're in that other room.
Oh my God! No, nothing happened.
Abort.
It
Mission
does
abort.
honestly look like a strange bent penis.
Okay.
It's really old.
That flip switch is showing in that button. Can I press that button?
Don't press my button. Oh.
Talk.
I guess you guys can't see me holding it as my penis right now.
Maybe we'll take a picture of it later.
We need a video podcast.
Maybe. I always said you wanted to do the video right from the get-go, and I was always like, no, I don't want to be on. I don't want to be seen. I don't want to be seen.
Why?
Because.
Babe.
Our podcasts, videos as well. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I've never listened to a
really.
podcast. So I know, like the Joe Rogan one is he's like, does a video. But is that a part of it?
No, not really. But I think it could just add a lot more. And my concept for it was really cool. I don't want to spoil it because we could end up doing it, or someone could steal the idea. But it was a pretty cool idea I think we had for it. It would be more complicated and.
I was always just like the idea of coming in here and of just talking and not having to be physically seen. Because I was always, I just don't want to be, I don't know. I feel like that adds a whole, I will have to look good when I come in here. And sometimes, I know. Yeah. It's hard to believe, but sometimes I don't always look good. And I don't always come across well on camera. More of a face for radio, you know what they say? You know how they say that?
Sorry, I'm taking my shoes off. Face for radio. Shut up with that nonsense. I know,
such a stupid joke. I hate
when
people
you're a
say that.
YouTube star, okay?
Right. Well,
up and comer. Big time, baby. I was at work the other day, right? And I pack lunches for work. Mm-hmm. And I've been on
brown bagging it
hard, super hard. For a couple weeks now, I've been rocking these salads, these like organic superfood salads you can buy in the like pre-mixed with the bag.
Oh yeah,
with the dressing
I know what the ones
and all
you
the
mean.
Yeah, they're great, delicious. And I go to pull mine out the other day at work, and I almost vomited just at the idea of eating it.
Why?
And I was just gagging.
Was it off?
No, it was perfectly fine. But just the thought of it, I just was gagging, which is just so weird. So
Thought of the pre-made salad?
just eating the salad. I couldn't fathom eating it. So I went and got McDonald's.
Okay. Just the thought of vegetables was not
Just
was
the specific
off-putting to
salad.
you?
Maybe just because I had eaten it, 10 times in the past 2 weeks. It was a little much. Though it's different kinds, but I have McDonald's.
You need to mix it up.
Felt
You need
pretty
to throw a
bad.
breaded chicken breast in there or something.
Well, I did. I had some chicken this week in it.
Maybe you need to add more because I was doing that for a while when I was going through my whole health kick, which
Right.
fell off that a bit. But I was taking salads to work every day, and I was just doing some veggies. I was like, no, you need to throw like a treat in there, like
Yep.
to make it seem good, like
Yeah.
a cheese or chicken or
Yeah.
some sort of potato, a carb or something. I don't know, but
Yeah.
you need to add something in there that makes it appealing.
Well,
a
it
couple
had all that.
croutons or something.
It had cheese. It had almonds. It had.
You just weren't feeling it.
No, I just wasn't feeling it. I just wasn't feeling it. So I got McDick's, and I felt like an asshole after. You
Don't
sit
ever
there.
be mad at yourself for McDonald's, okay?
Why?
People are because if you want to eat McDonald's, you fucking go eat McDonald's.
I know, but I feel like it's been a couple times the past couple months.
Well,
and
of
I
course,
Just,
no one feels good after eating it,
Oof.
but you shouldn't feel bad about eating it.
why?
I mean, like in your head. I mean, physically, you're gonna feel bad for eating it, but
Right.
in your head, you shouldn't be mad at yourself for eating
I
it.
I obviously have long conversations with myself beforehand, reasoning my way into it.
Right.
And I'm like, well, I'm thin. It doesn't matter. And then I just do it. And then I hate myself for weeks.
Deep, deep regret. I was wondering, do you think this
Fucking
is
Jer.
a weird thought? Do you think there's someone out there that's seen like every movie?
Every movie ever?
Yeah.
Impossible.
Do you think that's
Impossible. There's
impossible?
too many films.
But like, say every movie
There's
from like
millions of
modern,
movies.
like since like the 80s or something. Someone who really loves movies. Because I was having this conversation the other day because I'm not a big movie person, and
No.
you're always like, "What? You've never seen that? What? You've never seen that?" Because I haven't seen a lot of movies because I'm not a big movie person. I find it hard to sit through a whole movie.
Yeah.
I was wondering if there was maybe someone who's seen like every movie done in the last like say 20 years.
No,
Is that possible?
but there are people that have seen a lot. I think it's impossible because the amount of movies that are released every day, it has to be impossible.
You know what? I'm gonna look into that. Stay tuned next week. I'm sure there's a world record holder out there for the most movies watched. Whether it be like all the movies from like the 80s or the 80s up until now.
Yeah.
I'm sure someone's gotten into that. It's
I'm
gotta
sure
be
there's a record for
thing
amount, but I feel like it's impossible to watch them all.
to watch every movie.
And like, are we talking like worldwide? Are we talking North American? Are we talking America?
Yeah,
Because like
I guess it's too
worldwide, there's
broad.
probably hundreds of movies every day released.
Yeah, I guess so. It'd have to be some sort of like stipulation on it, like not independent movies, but like some sort of quality production,
Yeah,
like movie. I don't know. I guess that's a stupid question to have asked whether someone's seen all the movies in the world.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look more into that and see what I can dig up.
Do I do that lots? That you haven't seen that? Because I'm working on a bit about
you
that.
do.
About people. Really?
But I feel like I haven't seen a lot of movies.
Yeah,
but you're always shocked when I say
I feel like I
haven't seen
rarely
something.
do that. But like with Star Wars, I couldn't believe you hadn't seen Star Wars.
And then it happened again with like I feel some Bill Murray movie recently that you were talking
Oh,
about.
Meatballs, because I feel like
Right.
that is your kind of movie, and you like Bill Murray, and I was just
Yeah.
surprised you hadn't seen. That's not a movie that everyone's seen, but I was surprised that you hadn't seen it.
I
'Cause
feel like we do
you'll
have
love
that
it.
conversation a lot where you're like, you haven't seen that? You haven't seen that?
Fuck! I can't do that bit anymore. Then
Do you want to work
I'm
on
a
it?
hypocrite.
Try it right now. You were saying earlier you want to maybe pull back on your current day job a bit to
Yes.
focus more on your creative endeavors.
I'm gonna look to switch to part time.
Good for
My boss listens, so
Oh,
he already kind of knows.
we'll edit that out.
No, that's fine. I don't give a shit. I
He
need
still
to
loves
focus
his
more.
job and he still really enjoys you as a boss.
Yeah,
Just needs to focus
I
more
do.
on him.
He's a lovely man.
It's nothing personal towards your boss.
No. I don't like the way he looks at me sometimes.
Oh, is he good looking?
I think he's a very handsome man.
How old is he?
He's got to be in his mid-30s. No,
Oh.
he's definitely like
Okay.
late 40s. I don't know.
That's all
But I'm just trying to crank his whistle.
pump his tires.
Yeah, that's right.
Still haven't gotten my Elon Musk book.
No? Why?
But just because there's like a 22-person wait list at the library for it. So
Right.
I think I'm just going to go purchase it. But another announcement from him this week. Of course, if anyone is interested in the whole SpaceX thing, they had a huge relaunch today with the reusable rocket.
Right.
It crashed on the drone on the island, on the drone ship that
Right.
it's meant to land on. So it crashed. So that is kind of a negative setback for SpaceX.
Yeah.
And but it did successfully launch 2 new satellites. But that's not the point. The point is there was another announcement this week about the whole Mars colonization thing. Now, if anyone is, I don't know if anyone of you are on to Elon, but I don't know. I've been super into him lately. So he has, I haven't gotten the book, but he had another announcement this week that he's super into colonizing Mars. And he thinks if we don't colonize Mars, then we are at a huge risk, or we will be extinct. Humans will be extinct. So he thinks the only reason for us to survive long term is to start colonizing Mars. So NASA, who also is on this whole Mars thing, was saying, 2030, we're going to land on Mars, have a manned mission to Mars. Elon is aiming for 2025. We are going to be alive, I think. Well, regardless, we'll be alive for a manned Mars mission.
Right.
But starting 2018, he's going to start all of these cargo routes to Mars. So starting 2018, every 2 years, he's going to be sending, because that's when Mars will be closest to Earth, he'll be sending these experiments to Mars. And by 2025, we're going to be sending humans to Mars.
I think it's ridiculous.
Why? The advancements in our space travel in these days, that's the next
But it's a
feasible
whole different
step.
type of life you'd be living there. How do you create jobs? We're going to have to live in a fucking bubble. It's not sustainable to live there. We're too far away from the sun. And then how do we decide who gets to go there? Well, all these people are dying, and then the rich people get to go to Mars, and then what are they going to do for work? What are they going to do to spend their time? There's no nature.
Well,
there's
it's just
no
kind of
nothing.
like, Christopher Columbus and like modern day explorers, how they discovered
Yeah, but they
parts
could
of the
walk
Earth.
around and breathe on Earth.
But that's the whole thing. We're going to make that possible. Did you ever see Total Recall? I'm sorry, but
Have you seen that?
that strip club, the people got jobs. They have strippers with 3 breasts on Total Recall.
I think it's absolutely ridiculous, and there's
Really?
Absolutely.
You don't think we'll see it happen in our lifetime?
I'm not saying that. I think it's ridiculous, and it's unfair to look at it because obviously only rich people will be going.
But no, this is the whole thing with these reusable rockets and with this whole every 2-year cargo expedition is that it's going to make it cheaper for everyday people to go. It won't just be rich people.
Cheaper, but
I mean, cheaper. And
how
he
cheap?
said basically, the people who go in 2025 are probably going to die. This is the harsh reality of it, but that's they're just kind of paving the way for us to go. I'd go. You wouldn't go?
I would go for a visit. Hell yeah. Absolutely. I would love to go to fucking space. Are you kidding? That's number one.
We'd probably die.
I would love to go to lots of places on Earth, but space, if I'm able to go to space in my lifetime, I will be the happiest clam in the bunch.
But this is why
that is amazing.
This is why Elon is making it
creating
possible
life
for us to do it.
on
NASA.
Mars, I think, is ridiculous.
Oh, see,
I don't know.
According to him, and I like to listen to what he says. According to him, this is the only way that we can avoid extinction as humans.
I don't know.
I mean, obviously, this wouldn't be happening. This would be in the next 100 years.
It's not fair.
200
You are
years.
not God. You're creating an entirely new world. How do you?
But this is what
how do you
happened when,
maintain out there?
explorers came over to North America.
I guess so. So now we're just going to be bubble people on another planet. I don't know. It would have to be
I think
a
the thought
fucking
is
bubble.
so exciting, and for us to witness such history in the next 10 years.
And it gets
potentially.
no sun. It would be so unnatural. The generation that moved there would have the worst lives, and they would bring these
Or maybe it
children
would be
into
the
it.
best lives.
And I don't know. I don't think so. I think
we got the sun.
children,
We're all getting skin cancer from it. It's, there's nothing but...
you love the sun.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying it's not good for me.
No.
So maybe we need some Mars in our lives.
To an extent, it's good for you.
I don't know. The idea excites me.
I don't know.
Fucking
The idea of being able to
cool.
go there is amazing. I would oh my God, that would be incredible.
I just think at the end of the day, the fact that we will, I think, be alive, big picture thinking, maybe me or you won't necessarily be alive because of whatever, but we'll be alive
it's amazing
to see this happen.
But Yeah, it's amazing that it'll be a possibility, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm not on board. I also don't know enough about it. I could be sold, but currently, from what I know, I am far from sold on the idea of some rich scientist just choosing to be God.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. I don't know if he's choosing to be God. I think he's giving us, like,
An option, but why do we need to live so bad?
well,
like
we're not saying
this
live
came up
forever,
last
but like
week.
I said, like we said last week, like our Earth is on a destruction path here. Like,
So we run away to a planet that can inhabit people
well,
and just create bubbles everywhere and
yeah,
try to create a new society?
biodome. How happy were they living in that little bubble? How happy were they?
Viva Los Biodome.
Good movie, by the way. I have seen
Great
that
movie.
one.
Basquet's Lake, more like Basquet's Crapple. Anyways, I don't know. I'm not on board, but someone sell me. If you know lots about it, someone out there, sell me on it. I'm
still
sure I
waiting
can
to
be
get my
sold,
hands
but
on that
I'm far
Elon
from sold.
book, but I'm sure it'll touch more on it. I just think I don't know. We got to see what happens, but I think again, he said this is all if things go according to plan, which, of course, there'll be probably major setbacks in technology with launching this manned mission to Mars.
Do you know
by
how long
2025.
does it take to get there?
Apparently, it takes I remember when they launched the rover. It took 2 years to get there.
Right.
So, and that's why they're doing these
That's not gonna be
cargo
cheap.
tours every 2
There's
years.
no way they'll make that cheap.
Well, and this is why
It'll take
they're
hundreds of years to
working
be
on
cheap.
this reusable rocket to make it which of course crashed today.
But still, it'll cost you $1 million. It's gonna cost.
Well,
it's
it'll
gonna
cost
take
$1 million
100
as
years
opposed to
cost,
$5 million with
cost
NASA or
100,000.
something.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think you should just be more open-minded to it. Okay, wait and see what happens.
No. Just let us go down with the planet. We fucked it up. We should die because.
No way. Get me to Mars. Get me to safe territory, safe ground. I don't want any part of it.
Bob. What do you want to talk about?
Well, keeping on trend with the future, I want to talk about the future. I want to talk about robots. Not just any kind of robots, I'm talking sex robots. Robot sex is not as far off as we may think, or not think if that thought has never actually really crossed your mind. But fact, with technology advancing a little too rapidly these days, it's just a matter of time before we got bots that can bang. Now, I know what you've been thinking. I've been reading a little bit too much about Elon Musk, but no, this is not one of his inventions. So, not to be confused with the sex doll, the sex robot will be more like the real thing. This is a real thing that's happening, by the way. They will provide emotional support and can even fall in love with you. Creepy / intriguing. But maybe this is the future, like I've been saying. We are headed towards a huge, if we look back at how much technology has advanced in the last 20 years, it's insane. And then what we're in for in the future, I think we all need to we're going to be shocked. So, like I said, this is the future. Sex robots, this is the future, and this is what we're in for. Of some British study, I don't know what one, but 1 in 4 young people, that's 18 to 34, which means technically I'm still considered a young person, would happily date a robot. This is a true fact. 1 in 4 people would happily date a robot. This is over in the UK. I don't know. Maybe they're having a lack of vitamin D or something. But they would happily date a robot under the condition that the robot looked like a real human being. So, of course, everybody want to date a robot. Nobody want to date a robot. Everything will be customizable, so you can design the ideal sexual and emotional and physical partner with your ideal traits and basically make them perfect. So this is a real thing, because who wants to deal with an imperfect human being? Am I right? So the company responsible for all this is called Realbotics, and they've seen that it's really been proven, because of course we have sex dolls, and the popularity of sex dolls over the last 5 years has apparently skyrocketed, and they've seen that it's possible to have a connection with not a human being. So they've decided to take this kind of to the next level and introduce artificial intelligence alongside high-end silicone body components. And this is all in the development stages, according to the website, and they won't have a full prototype completed till the end of this year, and they will hope to start taking orders for 2017. So in the next 5 or 10 years, we are going to see robots that one can have sex with. Insane. So aside from having all the physical and intimate relations with this robot, you'll also be able to interact with it from afar using a mobile app, because what's the point of kind of dating someone if you can't text them? So, of course, this has raised a whole lot of ethical and legal and moral questions and issues, mostly in the form of consent. In this case, none is needed when you're, kind of with a robot. So they don't have to say yes or no. So this is a major issue these days with a focus. Of course, consent has been all in our news feeds lately with a couple of high-profile cases with this whole Brock Turner and Gian thing. So I guess the possibility is there for the potential for there to be blurred lines between fantasy and reality. Also, just the whole issue of the perfection thing, we've made some big steps forward and body positivity movement. And this concept obviously would set us back because, people would start to feel subpar when you're compared to a sexually advanced and technically talented and physically perfect robot. Because like I said, who wants to be with an imperfect human, right? But on the flip side of these robots, sexual robots, I think they could also be a real therapeutic thing, for people who are disabled potentially, people who have body image issues or have been abused technically in the past, could really benefit from a sex robot. So there's a huge case for them and against them. I don't know. I kind of am on the fence of this. I think it's cool that we're making all these technological advancements because, like I said before, I'm all for Mars. I'm all for, sex robots, I guess. And they're also saying that it could possibly, Amsterdam is saying in the year 2050, they're not going to have any sex workers anymore. It's all going to be sex robots. And this is going to positively impact sexually transmitted disease rates, sex trafficking. It will help. It will be positive. So I don't know. We have all these, with Tinder and all these things, it's clear that good old fashioned romance is possibly on the decline here. Right. Because so many people are either meeting someone online these days or on an app. Why not? The next logical step just seems to be a robot. I don't know. So, like I said, I don't know how I feel about all this, to be honest, but I think it's obviously a weird concept to think about. And we have to be careful because, again, like my man Elon Musk says, when we start meddling with technology, there could be such terrifying implications. So on that, Google has, started this whole thing that they are going to... Because robots are an inevitable part of our future. I think they're already replacing a lot of jobs, and they're an inevitable part of our future just to become more and more prominent. And so Google has developed this kill switch to prevent any possible alien or robot takeover. So I don't know. This is obviously a developing story. This is all in the production stages for real robotics, and the prototype will drop later this year. So I'll let you guys know when that drops, and we'll build more on it. But this is a thing that's going to happen in the next couple of years. People are going to be having sex with robots. This is a real thing. Robot sex.
May I?
Yeah. It's a real thing. It's where we're headed.
Okay.
This big mixer is just the start of where we're headed technologically.
You can't fuck that, though.
Well, give it a couple years and you will be able to.
Ugh. God, so many things.
You can't fight it. It's our future.
Why do we need a perfect person?
Because some people aren't happy with just whatever. Or this was a whole thing. It's therapeutic for maybe some people that can't find a lover aren't able to have sex.
That's an unreal way to look at a natural life, is to build a
for
perfect
sure. And this
person.
Is the argument.
And then because everyone, especially, people that have image issues and things like that, they're going to be even more bashed down now when you have these fucking robots that are perfect. Oh, why wouldn't I have?
Well, it doesn't have to be perfect. You design it yourself.
Robot? I know, but it's going to be exactly what you want.
Because everyone wants someone perfect.
No, I don't.
If you got to design your own robot, in your eyes, it would be perfect.
Yes, your robot would, but I don't want that. I want far from that. Imperfections are, of course, because that's realistic. That's
and of course,
a natural life.
But a lot of people don't think that way.
Is this me just being an old man ranting? Back
Maybe.
in my day, we used to meet at a coffee shop
Well,
and meet
exactly.
somebody.
But this is the way of the future. This isn't the olden days anymore.
Ugh,
And like I
God.
said, robots are an inevitable part of our future. And then this is where we're headed.
It's next step to them taking over. I'm glad there's a kill switch. Thank
This
you,
is
Google.
why Google, which is I'm going to research more about, but they have, because of the implications that potentially could arise, there needs to be a kill switch.
Yeah.
Because they're making these robots so advanced and intellectual. Like this, for these sex bots, it's not just going to be there for you to bang.
Sex bots.
It's going to be there to like feel back and like potentially fall back in love with you. So it's not just, a sex doll. It potentially is going to be intelligent enough to love you back or, feel back.
Fembot.
I don't know. Have you seen Lars and the Real Girl?
No, but there is a...
Oh, he hasn't seen a movie. Or what's that? Ex Machina?
Ex Machina. That was amazing. That's a little different, though.
Right, but this was brought up several times through a couple of articles that I've read.
That was more
it
of
will
the testing phases was Ex Machina. But there is a film that came out with Joaquin Phoenix that he falls in love with Scarlett Johansson voices the robot, but she's not a physical robot, but
It's like Siri. She's like Siri.
yeah, but can have personality and have feelings and feel
Right.
love and these kind of things. So her is what it's called. You seen that?
No,
Fucking
but I've heard about
Christ.
Sorry.
I don't know. So do you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure there's positives, but also like that's not going to help people that have image issues. That's going to
And
make
for sure,
it
this is the
even
whole
worse.
argument about it. And I watched like several different interviews, and there's a whole committee against this whole thing, and they're like rallying against it and saying no, this is not right. Mostly because of like consent issues and the fact that a person can't physically love an object.
Yeah, there's so much more to it too, like that.
But then there's the whole
There's so many
therapeutic
tests that
flip
need to-
side of it.
Because money wins every time. It's gonna jump to market way before all the tests are done to see like, is this going to affect exactly consent issues in regular relationships now? If you can just
That's what
fuck
I
a
said,
robot
it'll-
whenever you want,
It
like
could potentially
and
affect
a robot that
like,
talks
real
back to you.
issues. But it could also help relationships. Like it gave an example of sometimes we'll say like a man and a woman in a relationship, and say the woman has a higher sex drive than the man.
Right.
And sometimes instead of that ruining the relationship, they can bring in the robot together to kind of ease that. And the robot, I don't know. There's pros and cons to it, and it's a huge thing. But you know what? I think it's a part of our future, and that's where we're headed, is robots that we can have sex with.
All this Mars talk and sex robots is
I
driving
need
me
to
up
lay
the
off the
walls.
Elon is what I need to do.
All right. Well, I think it's about time we open the cage, let him out, let him
Yes.
stretch his legs, his paws. Our little boy.
Where is he?
He's just right over here. Come here, boy.
Get over here.
Hi-ho, Silver. Stay. Welcome, my pretties, to the second part of this two-part edition of The Bear's Dead. I, because this bear said so, am your fun-loving, hop, skip, and jumping host, Jer Bear. And on today's episode, I'm here to once again bring you Dan Auerbach. Dan Auerbach began officially producing music back with the Black Keys record Rubber Factory, and has since produced records for a range of artists such as Lana Del Rey and Dr. John. At the 2013 Grammy Awards, he earned himself the nod for Producer of the Year. And now here's a little taste of some of Mr. Auerbach's producing skills. This is Bombino with Amidonane. first track again was Amidonine by Bombino, off his record, Nomad. Bombino is an acclaimed Tuareg guitarist and singer-songwriter from Agadez, Niger. Bombino sings in the Tuareg language of Tamashek. Yes, I don't know what any of that means. That second track was Cold, Cold, Cold by Cage the Elephant, off their new record, produced by Mr. Auerbach, Tell Me I'm Pretty. And that ends this two-part honoring of Dan Auerbach. I hope you enjoyed, and if you didn't, please write down your feelings and burn them immediately. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, and don't forget the honey. Honey, ta-ta.
A few moments later.
And what? Jess! Oh my god!
We haven't heard a peep from her the last 2 episodes.
I want to peep your fucking Tom, you goddamn
I
H-word!
thought we were on a roll, and I thought she finally knew her place.
Okay, I swear to God, if she hits my microphone again,
So let her get us worked up.
I'm gonna Tuareg the shit out of her Algonass.
What does that mean again?
It's the language, and it's where he lives.
Right.
Is Agadez, Niger, and he
Right.
speaks in the tongue of Tuareg.
So what is that music kind of genre? Is that music considered?
It's kind of got a feels very African-y,
World
like
beat-ish?
rock. Very
okay.
bluesy.
I liked it.
Bluesy.
Very
Yeah, it's
different.
good, right? It's
Yeah,
really
I was
good,
feeling
right?
it.
It's good.
It was good. Okay, I think it's time for a new segment.
No, it's not.
It's not. It's one I've developed and I'm excited about.
Are you? Okay, let's do it.
Okay,
No, let's not do it.
we're doing it.
No, let's do it.
Ready?
Yeah, okay. Let's do it.
Okay, welcome everybody to the first edition of A Snack Time with Kirsten. Okay, so like I discussed last week, it's kind of was a dream of mine since we started this podcast. I wanted to do a chip review, you
Right.
know?
What a dream.
And we have to kind of keep it undercover here, especially in the room we're in today, because we're not allowed to eat or anything in the studio.
Yeah. And we're surrounded by
I see
windows.
the security guard just walked up, actually.
Perfect.
Like he knows that I'm
What, is he
doing
gonna
snack
fucking
time.
boot us out?
So anyway, this is my first chip review. So during this chip review, I will, break out a bag of chips, which, like I've mentioned before, I am a recovering chip addict, but I think it's important for me to do this chip review.
All right.
So I've got a bit of a rating system. It'll has a few steps. First of all, it'll be the price of the bag of chips.
Okay.
Chip count, which is how full the bag is.
Okay.
Level of sauciness, so how much stuff is on the chips.
Okay.
Authenticity and originality of flavor.
Okay.
And whether it contains MSG or not.
Wow.
All very important to
That
me.
was all in your head. That isn't. She's not reading off anything. She has it down
Thinking
pat.
hard about this. So I'm just going to wait till the coast is clear. So
Yeah, just go
today's
for
bag
it.
of chips, of course, this is a chip I've never tried before.
Right.
And as a lover of all chips, I think I need to get out
The
there and try them.
unveil. I haven't even seen it.
So I'm doing this. Okay, so this is the chips. Everybody,
What the fuck are
today's
those?
flavor, they're McClure's. It's a brand out of the States.
Oh my god, that looks so gross.
And the flavor is called Bloody Mary.
No. Which, if you somehow happen to not to know, that is what they call Caesars. It's a lesser
Right.
version of a Caesar.
So
in
the
America.
American maybe version of a Caesar. And if it's one thing
Oh,
about Bloody Marys and
gross.
Caesars, it's that I hate them. But I love chips. So
with.
let's go. So we're going to start with opening the bag. I like the design.
The design's nice. And
Like
I like
that.
the label. It's got a good label. It's a
It says they're
cool
from
material.
Brooklyn and Detroit, so I think that they're going to be good. Okay, we're opening the bag.
They're from Brooklyn
Also
and
says they're
Detroit.
vegetarian. First of all, we're going to see if there's MSG. Where are the ingredients?
There's no MSG sign.
Nope, no MSG. And I knew
Perfect.
there wouldn't be. I found these at my local Whole Foods and Meinhardt's, which is they never have anything processed. So here we go. Chip count, it's pretty solid.
Yeah, looking good.
It's definitely a heavy bag. Do you want to feel it?
Yeah,
That's a
give
heavy
me a
bag.
feel. That's pretty good. Mm.
But I'm gonna tell
They look
you,
good.
this bag cost me $4.99 plus tax. Not
Okay.
happy.
You can get a lot of different food for that.
Exactly. So chip count high, price too high. So we got a negative and a positive so far.
Okay.
So far so good. Now Bloody Mary, they smell okay.
Yeah, it smelled like a ketchup
I'm going
chip.
in. So originality of flavor, I'll give them probably out of 10 and 8 because I've never heard of a Bloody Mary chip before.
No.
Are we in trouble?
Oh. Keep them low.
He's still on the magnet. Okay, so I'm gonna go for the first bite here. Never
in
had
there.
them. Bloody Mary. Sauciness level looks pretty decent. They're all
It's
pretty
weird
saucy.
that you call it sauce because it's
What do you call
seasoning.
it? I call it sauciness.
Okay.
So sauciness level pretty decent from
Yeah.
visually looking at it.
Decent.
We're going in. A first chip. Ooh, a folded one. I don't love the
Ooh.
folded ones.
No
I like more
extra
of the
crunch?
small crunchy ones or
Okay.
the small just flat ones, but I'll go with the wish chip they're called.
Okay.
So I'm going in. Smell like barbecue so far.
Okay.
They're a little spicy.
I can't imagine what this sounds like.
I don't. Trying another one just to get. They're
Okay.
spicy.
Really? Okay, yeah. You look confused?
I'm not getting Bloody Mary.
No? What are you getting?
I'm getting ketchup.
Yeah, they smell like ketchup chips.
You wanna try?
The whole room smells like it.
They
Right.
taste spicy ketchup, so I'm gonna give them.
All right, listen close, everyone. I'm getting spicy ketchup with a hint of bullshit.
Yeah, I'm not sure on the Bloody Mary. Again, I don't like Bloody Mary, but I kind of like these chips. But I'm going to. So, on authenticity of flavor, I'm going to give them a 3 out of 10 because it doesn't taste like Bloody Mary to me.
No.
But the flavor is good to me because I like spicy and I like ketchup.
Yep.
So, it's kind of a catch-22 there. All in all, they're okay. I'll definitely probably finish the bag.
Right?
I'm
Right
gonna go in
now,
again.
let's listen to you finish the entire bag.
I wouldn't buy them again.
No? What are they called again in case someone wants to try them?
McClure's. And they're kettle cooked, which I don't love the whole kettle cooked. I don't like that crunchy.
Right.
I'd much just prefer a nice ridged.
A nice ridge is good.
But I do like the design of the bag, and
Good bag. The flavor's good, but it's not. It should be spicy
it's not
ketchup.
authentic to Bloody Mary.
I think they would sell more if it was called spicy ketchup too, because
Mm-hmm.
most people will look at it and be like, "That is a sack of bullshit right there, a
Mm-hmm.
whole bag full of it."
So, I'm gonna give it an overall rating of 7 out of 10.
Okay.
Points for it are it's a chip, and it's salty and spicy. So I like that.
Right.
Points against it are the fact that it was expensive and
Yep.
it doesn't taste like Bloody Mary.
Right.
So I don't know. Yeah, there you have it. Bloody Mary by McClure's. I wouldn't say go buy it. Looking for a good one. These are the ones I like
Keep
right
that
there.
down. Keep that down. They're coming in hard.
Oh my god, am I caught?
No, we're good.
I'm in
Keep her
trouble?
low. Keep her low. No, fuck it. That pencil
Chip
pusher
bag
isn't
is
here
down.
today. This chick likes this.
Okay, but
I like
thanks
that.
for joining me for the first edition of Snack Time with Kirsten,
I liked
where
it.
we reviewed McClure's Bloody Mary. 7 out of 10, everyone. Thank you.
What's your favorite chip?
Ooh, ever since I was a little girl,
Okay.
I've always liked dill pickle
Dill, eh? What kind of dill? though?
or barbecue. Right now, it's kettle chip dill pickle.
Okay.
Hands down, probably one of the best chips I've ever had. It's a new flavor from Kettle in the last year or so, and I can confidently say it's the best chip I've ever had.
Really? I like that. I'm big on the ruffled dill. The ruffled dilled.
The ruffled dilled?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, ruffled. I don't discriminate against the ruffled or the not ruffled. I like either or.
Right?
I'm not a huge Doritos fan. I'll eat the Doritos,
I think you
obviously.
made that clear on episode 1.
Right, but like I said, I do love Cool Ranch myself, but I don't
But you're
love
not a
the
Doritos fan.
I wouldn't go buy like a bag of the roulette or
Oh,
the nacho
no.
cheese.
All the crazy new flavors they try are terrible.
The ketchup ones are good.
Yeah.
So yeah, stay tuned next week. I'm gonna try and do a very obscure kind every time. TNT, the Asian supermarket around here, has some really interesting flavors.
I'm glad that you're, yeah.
So yeah, so far, Bloody Mary, not my favorite, but now we know.
As you guys noticed, the show was released on Tuesday this week, and from here on out, it will be released on Tuesdays. Friday was just our starter date, and
Trying something a little different.
yeah, trying something a little different. It's not the best day to release a podcast, so we're switching to Tuesdays. So hopefully that works better for you guys. Get it earlier in your week, right near the beginning when you're.
More importantly, it works
shit
better for
sucks.
us.
And it works better for us. So if you don't like it, suck it, and if you like it, suck it.
On Tuesdays.
And that about does it for the show, guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks for listening. Remember to rate and review us on iTunes. You can follow me on Twitter at JD Pagée. And, also just do whatever the hell you want. And to take us out today is another album produced by Dan Auerbach. This is Jeff the Brotherhood with Dark Energy. I hope you like it. And if you don't, well...
Fuck it.
Okay, bye.
Wait. Bye.
If you enter through the light, my snack pack!
You got a banana. You don't need no snack pack.
You know I like snack pack. Why can't you just give me a snack pack?
I thought I was your snack pack.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.